Hello and welcome to a quick video on farming out the soup pet in sailing. So, according to the wiki, you Google soup, old school RuneScape. I'll show you what it says here. So let's switch over to the wiki page. You see here it says that the fastest way is by rapidly completing career tasks from Aldrin to the Sunset Coast. Every once in a while when you click the board, you will not have a task from Aldrin to the Sunset Coast. And then you just go back to Port Serum and Pandemonium. And I've got a pretty good, that route's pretty obvious, but this one's a little less obvious, and the trick that I apply here can be used at Pandemonium and Port Serum as well. So, you can see here we've got tasks from Aldrin to the Sunset Coast, and Sunset Coast to Aldrin. I think Grapes is Aldrin. Destination Aldrin, yeah. So Grapes is Aldrin, and the shield with the sun is... And eventually you get pretty good at picking it out and seeing the shield and the grapes. That's what you're looking for. There's also a Relica, which is a gray symbol. I don't know if it's a star or a circle. I was doing it on mobile earlier. Alright, so here's the main method. And it's not really that complicated, but might as well list it out here and show you. So, as long as you have somebody manning your helm, you do not have to get on the helm or deposit the cargo. All you're going to do is click sideways. You're going to go down for like 2 ticks, 1, 2. And then you're going to stop your boat once you get past the buoys. Switch directions, and then get off your boat. And now your boat will finish rotating while you deposit the cargo and get your new cargo. And then you sail back. That way you do not have to rotate your boat when you get back on the boat, which is kind of the worst case scenario. Now, when you get here, you're going to stop your boat, click, and disembark. If this happens, that means you are not far enough north. And at some point I'll mark some tiles and maybe I'll share them here. If that happens, just reverse, get off the boat. But either way, now you're set up to return back to the Sunset Coast with the next task. So now that's the whole method. Instead of having to rotate your boat, when you get back on the boat, you pre-rotate your boat and it finishes the rotation while you go back and bank. Every once in a while, I don't know exactly why, the boat will go back into storage here. It'll go back to like the docking point instead of staying out here. But you can normally get a pretty good streak where it stays out there for a while. So again, you stop when you get past the buoy, rotate your boat. I forgot to pick up the cargo. I do that all the time, man. Pre-rotated boat. Go, go, go. Click the sails. Rotate and disembark. Again, if you're not far enough north. Maybe just do a manual correction where you just end up going a little bit further north. I'm going to mark a couple tiles. And now I know that this wasn't far enough north. And I'm going to make sure my boat is above that point. That way the next time it'll line up nicely with the buoy and I'll be able to disembark and it'll be pre-rotated correctly. Alright, so let's try this again. Okay, so we're going a little bit further north. Top set sail, rotate boat, get off. Boat's still rotating while we do this. And let's see if it works this time. I've noticed that you have to disembark right after you rotate your boat as well. Because see how it moves? I don't know if you noticed, but the boat moved a little bit. And when it rotates, it actually rotates out of the buoy zone, and you won't be able to get out of the boat. So that was perfect. Oh, hey, whoa, 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 there's another one. Look at that, I got 3. That's rare. And does anybody know? Is there a way to skip this where it, like, obviously it gets all the crates for me, but it would be nice if it didn't. That's weird. Did you notice that the crewmate had the jugs, but now I wonder if this still works. Yeah, so apparently he can hold cargo and do the helm, but I cannot. Interesting, interesting. That's pretty silly. I guess because they automatically deposit and withdraw, so they don't have to worry about that. Yeah, so that's the whole method. And then I'll just show on this next one that I'm pretty sure if you don't get off your boat soon enough, you'll have to either reverse or remove or just click faster next time. So let's see that happen, and then that'll be the end of the video. And this, I'll see there's the boat reset. I have no idea why it does that, but now we know we need to be a little bit above tiles that I marked. And it should be pretty self-correcting. I noticed that when you rotate around this buoy, it forces the boat down, and then it kind of lines itself back up correctly. So it's good to start a little bit too far north. If you start really far north, your boat will not work correctly at all. So you kind of want to have a good reference point where when you're sailing back, you're sailing basically right into the buoy, or a tiny bit north of it. So let's see. I was able to get off. Let's see if it resets the boat. I think it reset the boat there. I don't know why it does it, what the logic behind the boat reset is. If anybody knows, feel free to comment that below. Let me know what the boat reset logic is. Oh, I think my task finally reset. Are there any grapes to shields? No, just back and forth. Sorry for having an entity hider on. Unfortunately, you cannot. So from the docking, you can't click and do like a straight right turn. You do have to path down a little bit. So make sure you're pathing down a tiny bit on the return. Otherwise, it just continually docks you. Either way, the fact that it docks you is still faster than stopping, and like just stopping like this, getting off, and then having to do a full boat rotation. Oh, I was clicked the wrong one. So just to show you why we're doing this technique. Oops. Like this is the alternative, assuming it doesn't boat reset me. Yeah, so now you'll have to sit here and do like a full boat rotation. Which is, I guess, fine. Right? I mean, it still gets the job done, but that's going to save you like 2 or 3 seconds over the course of 3,000 trips. Just doing that and let the boat rotate while you're docking saves you quite a bit of time when you have to do this 3,000 times. Oops. Look, I got a dog pet. Let's go. Get the turtle. Alright, so there you go. There's a problem you might run into. If you're not clicking, I haven't replicated it because it kind of depends on the boat position. But if you're not, honestly, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get off of this one. Yeah, it's too far south. Wait for the boat to finish rotating, back it up, disembark. So there you go. If you don't hit it, just do a boat reverse, and you're probably about equal with if you hadn't messed up the boat positioning and you just like didn't do the stop and turn. So at worst, you're equal to what would normally happen if you weren't doing the stop and pre-rotate, and at best, you're improved. So we're gonna go a little bit north. That way, that doesn't happen again. Yeah, if you found this helpful, feel free to like and subscribe and comment. Like, am I crazy, or does this seem like a pretty good idea to pre-rotate your boat? And then just double click the deposit cargo and withdraw cargo thing. There's no reason to spacebar or anything. Just triple tap deposit once, Click to clear the message, click to get the new cargo, and get back on the boat. I feel like I'm pretty far south there. Let's see. Okay, good. Ooh, I might be able to get it. That kind of looked like it was pushing me out of zone. Let me try one more run, then I'll end the video, see if I can get it to fail. Oh, we're back to... Oh, here you go. There's the reset. So now I need to go to Port Serum and Pandemonium. And I don't... Pandemonium and Port Serum is really good with tasks, but I guess it's bad with travel time. So once the board resets, you head back to that one, but you go for Anchor, and I don't know what this is. It got Great Parrot? Anchor Parrot. Any Anchor Parrot tasks? Okay, and then there'll be more obviously at Port Serum when you get there. Then we're going to teleport our boat to the Pandemonium. And the same technique applies here. I'm just going to mark some tiles so I remember exactly how to get back. Oops. Okay, or I can mark that tile. Oh man, I need to be a little bit further over. La-di-da-di-da-da. I mean, there's always the port task plugin, right? So I'm guessing that's far enough. Yeah. I just don't like the port task plugin, I guess. Stop your boat, rotate, get off. Now your boat is rotating while you are going and depositing and la-di-da-di-da-di-da-da, all that kind of crap. Get some more banana. I call it banana, but it's definitely a parrot. Parrot and anchor tasks. The crew automatically picks up all the cargo. And head back. Now the time save at Port Serum is not nearly as significant because the travel time is much greater. But I'm calling it worth it since you're still saving a little bit of time, and that is a big time save when you're at the Sunset Coast in Aldrin. Okay, I'm gonna do this and try to get my turtle pet. Good luck on your turtle pet, and see you later.